Ben Renaud, Matt Gearheart, Cyle Renaud, you guys are about to start the season here in a week. You're the three returnees. Just tell me about what the expectations are for you guys this year, what the goals are, what your excitement level is going into the season.
Well, I mean, unlike last year, we returned, what, 4 or 5 guys last year, so this year's a little bit different. We have some room for some younger guys to, take a role in that varsity spot, and I think there's a lot of guys that can compete for it. So I think it's going to be a very competitive year. I think we'll have a lot of success, just like in the prior years, so looking forward to it.
Matt, how about being, in the last few years, obviously you were dependent on to play well, but if you had an off day, it wasn't that big of a deal. You guys have a few more question marks this year in terms of what comes after you, so you have to be on kind of every time out this year.
Yeah.
What's that pressure level like going into the season?
Just try not to think about it as pressure, because then that's when I really get, shaken up. But I think if us three can go out and shoot a good solid round, and hopefully somebody can come in with the 4, the 5, or the 6 can come in with a solid mid-40, I think we'll be just as good. Obviously, I mean, everybody else lost a lot of people too. We don't have the firepower as last year, but if somebody can just come in with a solid round, I think that'll take a little pressure off us too.
How about for you, same question, do you expect to be here as a sophomore? I mean, obviously you did it last year, so I suppose you figured so, but being able to want to be one of the 3 guys that the team's going to depend on, is that adding any extra pressure being as young as you are?
No, not really, because I'm just I'm kind of used to it, and just go out and play golf. Don't really think about it too much, and if you get caught up in the moment, just slow down, really kind of think about what you're doing. And I've just been playing with these guys forever, so I'm not really too bothered about it.
So it's kind of the biggest turnover of the lineup since probably 2014 when they lost 3 regulars. But the kind of the trend for the team, you guys have always had somebody kind of step up as a young player and kind of have a breakout season. Matt, you did it. Ben, you did it. Cyle, you did it last year. Jake did it. So you guys look at the team. Who's the names we should expect to have a big year that could make a name for themselves?
I would say right off the bat, senior Mason Gergen. He's been the top JV spot for the past couple years at least, maybe even all 3 years. So he's a solid player. He just hasn't hit his absolute peak yet. So I think this year you'll see him make some strides. But like you said, we have some young guys who they haven't performed in the big high school spotlight yet. So I mean, Dre Newell, Braden Smith, those guys, they can easily come out and show us what they're made of.
Matt, every year's a new year, but how much is there sort of a bad taste in your mouth from last year going to state and probably not playing up to your guys' standards?
No, last year that was a big disappointment. I think we all could have played a lot better, especially me. But I think if we can get back at it this year and hopefully get through sectionals and hopefully get through districts, I think we'll have another good year. But I think a big goal this year is to win conference again back-to-back.
Okay, how about the expectation levels? That ever change for this group? You guys got a lot to replace, but you guys still making state a goal and expect a lot out of yourself.
We always gonna make our goals high. Don't have anything too low, so we can always strive for something and just try to get the team there and play well.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.